Hi everyone and welcome to another revenge review, and today, as promised, I will be reviewing the remake of The Last House on the Left. So that movie is from 2009. It's a collaboration between the US and Great Britain. It is directed by Dennis Iliadis, written by Adam Aleka and Carl Ellsworth, and it's based on the story by Wes Craven, of course. And it's starring Garrett Dillahunt, Monica Potter, Tony Goldwyn, Sarah Paxton, Aaron Paul, Ricky Lindholm, Martha McIsaac, Spencer Treat Clark. So in this one, it's basically the same storyline as the original. We have the two girls played by Sarah Paxton and Martha McIsaac. They're played by Mary and Paige. And then we have, her parents, played by Mari's parents by Monica Potter and Tony Goldwyn. And then we have, the gang. So we have Krug, we have Sadie, Francis, and Krug's kid, or teenage kid, Justin. So in this one, Mari and Paige, they want to spend some time together. So they go in town, just looking to have some fun. They run into Justin, the teenager. And he kind of hears them talking about, weed. And he has some weed back at his place. And they go over to where he's staying at. The problem is, he thinks that his dad and his dad, girlfriend and brother won't be there until much later. But they arrive a bit earlier. And, Justin is there with those two young women. And, yeah. Krug decides not to let these women go because they have seen too much. And he decides to take them out on a drive through the forest. And there the girls try to escape, but, as with the original, it doesn't end very well. And then the gang has to take cover in the first house they see, which happens to be Mari's parents' house. Yes, so it is very true to the original. But there are some major differences, of course. Now, the beginning opens up a bit different, but the most notable changes, which I think are very good, are character-wise. I mentioned in the original one the teenager kid, Krug's kid. In this one, he is really struggling with everything that his dad does. You really see it. He thinks that whatever he's doing is wrong. He really doesn't want to do anything that his dad does, and becomes a real struggle through the entire film. And I really wanted to see it. I needed to see that from Justin. And also, Krug is portrayed by Garrett Dillahunt in this one. I honestly don't think he did a better job than David Hess. David Hess just has that, that look, that mannerism, that, Krug was perfect for him. Garrett was not a better Krug. I don't think he was as menacing, or just, he didn't live up to Krug, in my opinion. And I have to say, in the original, the scenes in the forest with the girls, they were, just made a huge impact. They were hard to watch. I mean, they were, of course, hard to watch in this one as well, but I don't think they were as strong or made such a powerful impact as in the original. So I think the forest scenes in this one, they are not as good. But I also mentioned in the original, the revenge part was a bit short. I think it was a bit rushed. In this one, I think it's the opposite. They really take their time. I think the parents, it was really fantastic. They came together. It was much, much drawn out, much gorier. And that, without spoiling anything or who is in this, but that microwave scene, fantastic. So I think the revenge part in this movie, much better. The forest part, not as powerful as the original, but the music is much better. We had some really good music in the original, but we also had some really weird, like funny music, which didn't fit the movie at all. But in this one, the music was really good throughout the entire movie. Yeah. So I have to say that I really like this remake. I think it's a good remake. If you're going to do a remake, this is how you do a remake, in my opinion. Yes, and I think all the actors did a good job, especially the parents did a real good job, and Sarah Paxton. I mean, the gang, they did an all right job, but I have to say that the chemistry between them were not as good and intense as between the gang in the original. You know, I talked about in the original that moment after they, the assault, when they have that kind of brief moment of feeling disgusted with what it did, and a brief moment of humanity shines through. In this one, I was kind of searching for that, and I was like, okay, so here it comes. I wonder how they will deal with that moment in this one. And it wasn't good. It really wasn't powerful, or yeah, that moment really didn't shine through. So I was a bit disappointed about that. But overall, it is a good remake. It's paced very well. And yeah, I do recommend this one. And this is my edition of the remake. And it says in Swedish, förlängd version för extremfilmbiograferna. It means, a longer edition, which is too extreme for cinema. So, you always love reading that. And here we have a one disc. Yes, this is nice also. And bonus materials, there are some removed scenes and behind the scenes. And also, I felt that Aaron Paul's character kind of, if you compare to original, his character feels kind of too young, in a way. It wasn't, I don't know, it didn't click between him and Kruger as good as the Francis character in the original and Krug did. Yeah. But overall, a good remake. And I will give this one an 8 out of 10 as well. Because I think these two movies, they kind of complement each other. They kind of, where one has a weakness, that's the other movie's strength, basically. So, they balance each other out, kind of. Yeah. So yeah, that was my review of the remake of The Last House on the Left. So please let me know your own thoughts about this movie in the comments. I know you got them. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you will have an amazing weekend and an amazing upcoming week. And don't forget my live stream tomorrow. Bye.